Hi everyone, and welcome to week 12. This is the last week of TEP023 and we're looking at measurement part 2. And we're going to just revise some very quick formulas which we're going to be using in this topic. And we're going to be looking in particular at the perimeter and area for some very common shapes: the square, the rectangle and the circle. And a square is an object where all four sides are equal, so if we want to find the distance around it, we give it the symbol P. It's called perimeter, and it's the four lengths added together, which we can write as 4L. The area of the square is the length multiplied by the breadth. In this case it's the same, it's still L, so L times L is L squared. With the rectangle, opposite sides are equal, so the two lengths are equal, but then again so are the two breadths. So therefore when we want to find the distance around, it's one length plus another length, so 2L, plus one breadth and another one, 2L plus 2B is the perimeter. The area is the length multiplied by the breadth. If we look at a circle, the formula for the distance around the circle, that is the length around the edge of the circle, we call it the circumference. It has the formula 2 pi r, where the radius is equal to r, and the area of the circle is pi r squared. When we look at a triangle, we define its base length and then the perpendicular distance from one apex to the base. So we have a right angle there, and we define the length of that perpendicular as the height of the triangle, and therefore the area of the triangle is base times height over 2, and sometimes you will see it written as area equals half of the base times the height. It means the same thing. The perimeter of a triangle is the sum of the lengths of all of the sides. Now sometimes shapes are not simple. They are made up of more than one shape. We call these composite shapes. But we still should be able to find the perimeter and area of composite shapes. So if you have a look at this shape, okay, it's a bit strange, but if you think about it, you've got a triangle and a rectangle. So what we're going to do is draw a construction line. So I'm going to draw a line through there. Let's make it a little bit straighter than that, it's not very good. Try again. It's only a little bit better. And then we can see very clearly the two shapes, triangle and a rectangle. Now, because we know in a rectangle that opposite sides are equal, we know that therefore that distance, that side of the rectangle, must be equal to the opposite side, which is 3.5 meters. That should tell us something about the height of this triangle. It's 3 meters. So we've now got all of the distances, but the only thing we don't know is the slanted side of the triangle. And if you think about that triangle, it's actually a right-angled triangle. We actually do have a right angle there. So that means the side opposite the right angle we're going to call C. This side we'll call A. That's a D. Let's make it an A. And this side B. Well, do we know what B is? Well, we know that opposite sides on a rectangle are equal. We've got 8.5 here, 4 metres there, so therefore that makes this part, my construction line, equal to 4.5 metres. Okay, so we've got a right-angled triangle, and we've got one side we need to calculate. That's the hypotenuse. That's side C. So we've got C squared equals A squared plus B squared. That's Pythagoras' theorem, if you remember. Now A is 3 metres, so 3 squared plus B is 4.5 metres, so 3 squared plus 4.5 squared is 9 plus 20.25. So we've got C squared equals 29.25, and C is equal to the square root of 29.25, which is 5.4 metres, calculated to the nearest 1 decimal place. So now I should be able to find the perimeter of the shape. The perimeter is going to be the sum of the sides. So let's start with this side. We know that side is 6.5. So 6.5 plus, we'll take the side along the bottom here, 8.5. Plus 8.5. I'm going to have to go down here, and plus 3.5 and 4. Plus the very last bit we need to add is the bit we've just calculated, 5.4. So we've got a perimeter of 27.9. Now it's really important that we put in that unit of measure, the metre. Remember, the topic of this title is measurement, and in measurement we do have units of measurement. Now if I want to determine the area of this shape, remember there are two simple shapes, the triangle and the rectangle, making up the composite shape. So the way to do this is to say, okay, the area is equal to the area of the triangle plus the area of the, running out of room here, just move it across a bit, plus the area of the rectangle. And that's going to be equal to, we'll call area A. Area of the triangle is half the base times the height. Write down the formulas that you're using. The area of the rectangle is its length times its breadth. So now putting in the numbers, a half times the base of the triangle is 4.5, its height was 3. Calculate all of that in brackets if you're going to put it into your calculator in one step. The length of the rectangle is 8.5 and its breadth is 3.5. That gives me area is equal to 6.75 plus 29.75. Now 36.5, and the important bit is that remember we measure area in square measure, so metres squared. So there's the answer for area.